Hey y'all, welcome back to Miss Vicky Love Clinic, where we talk real about love, relationship, and all the messy, beautiful stuff in between. If you're new here, go ahead and hit the subscribe button because, baby, you don't want to miss what we're serving up here. Now, today, we're diving deep into 4 hard truths about relationships. And stick around because we got a juicy feed question from Trisha at the end. Let's go right into it. Okay, let's start with what I call the dating disillusionment. Now, listen, in the beginning of any relationship, everything feels like fireworks. He opened doors, she cooking dinner, both of you on the best behavior. Done, nails done, cologne on point. You feel like you hit the jackpot. But then life settles in. He forgets to call you back sometimes. She leaves her stuff all over the place. The butterflies turn into, why you chew like that? Or why you always on the phone? Here's the thing. Moment when the honeymoon phase is crucial. That's why you find out if you're in love with the person, or you find out if you're in love with the person, or if we're just in love with experience. True love is not about living in the honeymoon stage forever. True love is about, can I see your flaws and still choose you? Can I accept the real, unfiltered version of you and still show up every day? But let me also say this. Disillusionment is not an excuse to settle. There's difference between he snores and leaves socks on the floor, and he doesn't respect me or treat me right anymore. One is adjustment. The other is red flag. Don't confuse the two. Period. Oh, baby. Oh, baby. Oh, baby. This one right here, the inconvenient mirror. Oh, my God. Now, listen. Relationships are mirrors. They conflict who you are, and sometimes you won't like what you see. Let me give you an example. You get into an argument with your partner, and you find yourself yelling, shutting down, or maybe even saying hurtful things. Later, you realize that's not even how you want to handle things, But why did you do it? Because your partner behavior triggered it. Sometimes already inside of you, if you're insecure, the mirror's going to show up. When your partner goes out with friends and you suddenly feel jealous, if you're got abandonment issues, the mirror shows up. When your partner takes too long to text back and you spirals. The problem is most of us don't like mirrors. We want to smash them instead of facing them. We say, you made me mad. You made me jealous. You made me insecure. When really, all they did was hold up a rejection, and sometimes you haven't even healed yet. The healthiest relationships are the ones with both people are willing to look in the mirror and say, okay, I don't like this about myself, but I'm willing to work on it. That's how we grow. That's how you grow. Everybody grow. But as individuals and as a couple. But I'm willing to work on it. That's how you grow, both as an individual and as a couple. Period. Now this one, you better lean in. The red flag reframing. We've all been guilty of this at some point. You meet somebody and you notice something early on that doesn't sit right. Maybe he's rude to the waitress. Maybe she's overly controlling about who you hang out with. Maybe the downplay with accomplishment. Deep down, you know it's a problem. But instead of calling it out or what it is, a red flag, you'll try to reframe it. You'll say, oh, he's just stressed, or she's just passionate, or that's just how they love. Stop that right now. Stop that right now. That's not passion. That's possessive. Possession. Now let me say that word right. Possession. That's not stress. That's disrespect. And the longer you reframe a red flag, the more power you give it to grow into a full-blown problem. Okay, you know what? Let me be real with you. If you ignore red flag in month 2, let's say this. If you ignore a red flag in month 2, you'll be living with year 2. And by then, a lot harder to walk away. So instead of reframing, start naming. Call it what it is. And if the person isn't willing to work on it, then you need to ask yourself, is this someone I want to invest my time and energy into? Because love is supposed to feel like constant damage control. Period. And finally, let's talk about uncomfortable negotiation. Every relationship at some point requires compromise. That's just real. You want the food, they want Mexican. You want to stay in, they want to go out. You find a middle ground. But here's what this where it get tricky at. Sometimes those negotiations stop being about dinner or TV shows and start being about your values and your boundaries, your peace. If you always feel like you're the one bending, like you're constantly silencing yourself, giving up your needs, or shrinking your dreams just to keep the relationship afloat, then baby, that's not compromise. Self-abandonment. Healthy negotiation looks like both people putting their cards on the table and saying, okay, how do we meet in the middle? It should feel balanced, even if it's not perfect. But if one person always wins and the other one always loses, then not negotiation, that's control. And if you don't address it early, resentment will creep in and eat, when it creep in and eat away the relationship from the inside out. Period. Oh my God, it's time for my V question. Are y'all ready? Okay, give me the question.
Hey, Miss Vicky, this one from Trisha, and she want to know, this is her question today. My husband is loud, talk a lot, tell our business when he drunk, and think he right about everything. I really need your help.
First of all, Trisha, thank you for being vulnerable. Let's unpack this. Number one, alcohol doesn't change who a person is. It just amplifies what already is there. So if your husband is loud and loose-lipped when he's drinking, that means those tendencies are sitting inside him even when he's sober. Number two, telling all your business, that's a boundary issue. A relationship is a private space. And when one partner starts running their mouth to the world, it can feel like betrayal. Number three, always thinking he's right. Woo, girl. That's about control and ego. A person who can't admit when they're wrong isn't ready to grow. And if you always walking on eggshell, that's not partnership. That's survival mode. Here's my advice, Trisha. Sit him down when he's sober. Not in the middle of an argument, but not even when he's drinking. Sober. Tell him, when you share our personal business, it makes me feel exposed and disrespected. Make it clear. If he wants to drink, fine. But your relationship is not up for discussion at the bar. And lastly, don't let his ego bulldoze your voice. If he refuses to hear you, then you have to ask yourself, is this really the man who's protecting my peace? Or is he the one disturbing it? Thank you so much, Trisha, for calling in the V question. I hope everything works out for you. Period. Okay, so there you is, y'all. The Dating Disillusionment, the Inconvenient Mirror, the Red Flag Reframing, and the Uncomfortable Negotiation. 4 stages in struggling that every relationship faces. The point is this is what I want to say. You don't have to get stuck in any of them if you're willing to face the truth. Thank you, Trisha, for the question. And remember, if you want your V question answered, drop it in my comments or hit me up on Instagram at Miss Vicky Love or Facebook Victoria Wilson. This is Miss Vicky signing off from Love Clinic. Protect your peace, protect your heart, and always choose love. Period.